Porsche recently announced the release of their latest Porsche 911, and the biggest news is that the vehicle is a hybrid. A hybrid sports car sounds new and exciting, but new is not always better. The addition of electric components to the Porsche 911 may have just ruined this classic sports car forever, and here are 5 reasons why. Number 5. Weight gain. The first reason hybridization has destroyed this iconic sports car is the massive weight gain it has caused. A driver's sports car is usually lightweight, and for good reason. The weight of a car affects everything important to a driver, from the handling and acceleration to the braking and fuel efficiency. That's why Formula One cars look like they are made out of cardboard boxes. They're not. They are made mostly from carbon fiber, a light but durable material. While the Porsche 911 boasts some carbon fiber and Formula One specs, the additional weight from the batteries gives it a completely different feel. Thanks to a redeveloped 3.6-liter flat 6 and a single electric turbocharger, one less than the usual 2, the hybrid 911 GTS packs mind-blowing specs. It can reach a top speed of 312 km per hour and accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 2.9 seconds. The base 911 Carrera packs a smaller punch with its 3-liter flat 6 with twin turbochargers, allowing it to get from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.9 seconds and reach a top speed of 294 km per hour. However, the base 911 and GTS come with a 1.9 kilowatt-hour battery, a 400-volt one, and several electrical components that make them weigh an additional 73 kilograms, or around 163 pounds more than their predecessors. While the car compensates for its extra weight by being much faster, Porsche prides itself on offering a unique and unforgettable experience in its sports cars. With the increase in weight, that unique experience is traded for trendier marketing strategies and slightly better performance. Number 4. Full auto. Going hybrid means that the Porsche 911 loses another huge part of its identity, its manual transmission. While this argument might feel a little too late, there is a reason why many sports car fans like their vehicles to come with manual transmissions. Driving a stick shift is like an art form that takes practice and talent. It adds a game-like nuance to driving sports cars and makes them very different from the auto transmission you can find in every other normal car. However, a hybrid system means that all new Porsche 911s do not come with a manual transmission option. They are full auto, making them stray even further away from their elegant gear-changing heritage. Pleasure aside, most sports car enthusiasts prefer manual transmission in their vehicles because they benefit from the 15% rule. This rule makes manual transmissions faster and more efficient and gives you more control than automatics. The 15% rule means manual cars always get an extra 15% of horsepower compared to automatics. Having more control is crucial when driving at high speeds. Drivers enjoy the feeling of direct engagement with the car, as they precisely control the power delivered from the engine to the wheels. This control is especially valuable in bad weather and hazardous driving conditions, allowing for better reaction and handling. While anyone interested in getting a sports car is not necessarily looking to save money, manual transmissions are easier to maintain, weigh less, and have a better miles per gallon than full automatic cars. You could also argue that manual transmission sports cars have better character. This is one reason why most people still complain that a super fast car like the Tesla Model S Plaid has no soul. Number 3. Design. The new design forced by hybridization is questionable. The design of the Porsche 911 screams more electric vehicle than sports car. The design team added sharper edges and thinner lights to make it look like a sports car, but removed enough to sell the hybrid concept. One such case is the removal of the analog tachometer in the latest Porsche 911s. The analog tachometer has been a pivotal feature in Porsche sports cars throughout its history. Debuting with the Porsche 356, the brand's inaugural production model, it quickly established itself as a hallmark of Porsche vehicles. This classic instrument has been integral to many of Porsche's legendary models such as the 911, 924, and 944, and its significance in Porsche's history and identity is profound. It embodies the brand's past, present, and future, playing a vital role in Porsche's legacy. This is why the company's decision to remove it was met with opposition. While the digital display is unmatched in customizability and adaptability, it lacks the precision and tactile feedback of an analog gauge. The harmony between the sound of the engine and the sweeping motion of the tachometer's needle makes you feel like your vehicle is alive, something a digital display can never replicate. It's the reason why if you were shopping for a luxury watch, you'd go for a Rolex or Omega, not an Apple. It just feels right. If removing the tachometer wasn't enough, Porsche also swapped out the key-style starter switch for a very boring button like every other car. While Porsches haven't required keys for a long time, the key-shaped switch and twist made you feel like you were starting an old race car. For a car that's supposed to be the poster child of nostalgia, the aesthetics of the Porsche 911 have taken a step back in the wrong direction. What is painful is that unlike transitions to liquid cooling, power steering, or hybrid power, the move to full digital instrument screens and push-button starts isn't a necessary engineering advancement to keep the 911 competitive or modern. They're just gestures. These are minor details that don't significantly impact the actual driving experience. If we're honest, the 911, at least the non-GT models, hasn't been the raw, challenging machine it once was for quite some time. But this is a luxury car we're discussing. It's all about the details and the experience, and every aspect matters. That's what you're paying for, and given the price Porsche's asking, would it have hurt to maintain the traditional elements just a bit longer? Number 2. Price. Number 2 on our list of why the hybrid may spell doom for the Porsche 911 is its higher price. Regardless of how efficient they are or what they can do for the environment, hybrids are more expensive than ICEs. The 2024 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS sold for $152,000 in 2024, but the current GTS costs $14,000 more, starting at $167,000. While you may argue that the hybrid version of the 911 runs faster than any of its predecessors, we'd ask if the slightly higher top speed and lower acceleration time are worth an extra $14,000. Even the 2025 base model costs more, starting at $122,000. That same money would get you a 2024 911 that's a full tier higher than the base model. The major jump in price is primarily because of the electric additions to the 911, additions that don't come cheap. Apart from the additional cost of an electric motor to an ICE, hybrid systems require more robust and advanced cooling systems that are costlier than conventional cooling systems, as they generate more heat than their non-hybrid counterparts. The extra weight of batteries and electric components means that Porsche has to compensate for the increased weight by using lightweight materials like carbon fiber, aluminum, and high-strength steel. These materials are more expensive than conventional materials, further increasing the overall cost of the vehicle. While the hybrid technology is great for performance and the environment, it feels like Porsche just decided to sell a car no one asked for at a higher price. For a brand that takes pride in being consumer first, the jump in cost and shift to a hybrid engine feel forced. The 911 has come at a crucial period when EVs and electrification are facing serious challenges, particularly the slowdown of the EV market. Granted, sales of hybrids have been rising steadily, but one can argue that their practicality and price have helped tip the scales in their favor. However, the heavy price tag of the Porsche 911 may tip the scales against it. Number 1. Replacement. The final reason why the hybrid Porsche 911 would end the era of classic sports cars is replacements. Problems with battery replacements, electric motor repairs, and proprietary parts make the hybrid Porsche 911 a tough sell. Just like electric vehicles, hybrids need their batteries to run. While their batteries usually last up to 8 years, some can fail before that time. Just like EVs, hybrid batteries are not cheap and can set you back thousands of dollars. Finding a good repair shop for a standard sports car is tough, but a hybrid sports car is asking for an extended stay at the dealership. Electric motors and associated electronics are complex and require specialized knowledge for repairs, so finding a competent repair shop with experience handling hybrid sports cars will be difficult. If you do manage to find someone who can fix your problem, their labor costs will be way higher than what you'd pay for an ICE, just because these mechanics and technicians know they are rare and almost command a monopoly in their respective areas. Additional costs come from requiring proprietary components typical of hybrids. These proprietary parts can only be sourced from manufacturers, leading to higher costs for parts compared to more commonly available components for traditional internal combustion engines. Assuming you hit a wall in your repair journey, it could take several months before your super expensive hybrid is ready to hit the road. Meanwhile, its ICE counterpart is in and out of the repair shop, and for its latest 911, Porsche has taken a huge bet on the preferences of its consumers. The company has sacrificed the car's identity and soul for a more futuristic look and the media attention that comes with a hybrid vehicle. While going hybrid is a necessary step in the right direction, it may be too soon for a consumer base that keeps coming back to the 911 for the car's nostalgic aesthetics and elite tier performance. Only time will tell what will happen to this beloved and classic sports car. Until then, what do you think of Porsche's decision to make the 2025 911 a hybrid? Share your thoughts in the comments.